Celebrate over 100 years of steak perfection during the Omaha Steaks Anniversary Sale. Save 50% site-wide on USDA certified tender steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED at omahasteaks.com today. Don't wait. Shop the anniversary sale at omahasteaks.com to save 50% on legendary steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details. Celebrate over 100 years of steak perfection with Omaha Steaks. Right now, save 50% site-wide during their anniversary sale. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED at omahasteaks.com today. They're America's original butcher, and only Omaha Steaks delivers a full lineup of extra-aged steaks so tender, they're USDA certified tender. Their customer favorite filet mignon has even been elevated to USDA certified very tender. And that attention to quality doesn't just stop with steaks. We're talking beefy burgers, air-chilled chicken, premium pork, and so much more. And every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. Shop now to save 50% site-wide on steaks and more during the anniversary sale at omahasteaks.com. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code CERTIFIED. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
Okay, let's dive in. If you've been anywhere near social media lately, you've probably felt the buzz. Because Ginny and Georgia, it's back. Season 3 just landed, and bam, right back into that totally jaw-dropping cliffhanger from Season 2. So here at the Deep Dive, what we've done is gather a whole stack of sources, articles, notes, our own reactions, basically everything related to the big drama in this new season. And our mission here, it's pretty straightforward. Cut through all the noise, all the recaps, and just pull out the core insights you need. We want you to understand what really happened in Season 3, especially with that huge murder trial. And then maybe peek a little into what Season 4 might hold, based strictly on what our source material is telling us.
Exactly. We've basically synthesized all of that to guide you through the latest chaos in Wellsbury. We're pulling out the key events, the surprising bits, and how the characters are shifting, all based on what creators and commentators are saying in these sources.
Right. So just to quickly set the scene, maybe for anyone who needs a quick refresher, Ginny in Georgia is all about Georgia Miller. Super charismatic single mom, but, complicated. She moves with her kids, Ginny and Austin, to this picture-perfect town, Wellsbury, Massachusetts, looking for a fresh start.
Now, the real tension, the thing that makes the show tick, is what's underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Beneath Georgia's charm, there's this really dark past. Crime, abuse, even murder. But in her head, it's always justified, right? It's always about protecting her kids. The show does a great job balancing Ginny's stuff, identity, mental health, school drama, with Georgia's secrets just piling up.
Which, totally exploded at the end of Season 2. It looked like smooth sailing for a second, Georgia marrying Mayor Paul Randolph.
And then, boom, cops crash the wedding.
Arrested right there for the murder of Tom Fuller. Just, wow.
Yeah, that moment wasn't just like a shock ending. It was the launch pad for Season 3. It put her legal battle right at the center of everything. The question everyone had, and what our sources confirmed was the main focus, was pretty simple. Is she going to be found guilty? Is Georgia actually going to jail?
Okay, so let's get right to it. Based on the sources, did Georgia kill Tom Fuller?
Yeah. The sources are very clear on this. Yes, she did kill him.
And the how? Wasn't it something with a pillow back in Season 2?
That's right. She smothered him with a pillow.
Okay, wow. And her reason? Because Georgia always has a reason, however twisted. What was her stated motive here?
Exactly. From her point of view, and this is highlighted in the sources, she saw it as like an act of mercy for Cynthia, Tom's wife. The idea was, freeing Cynthia from watching Tom suffer, and also from those massive healthcare bills. The sources even use this phrase about it being a dark parallel.
A parallel to how she's freed herself from other difficult people in her past.
Precisely. It's very Georgia.
And the really chilling part from Season 2, her little boy Austin saw it happen. He was hiding in a closet.
Yeah. So with all that hanging in the air, Season 3 really digs into that murder trial.
Yeah.
It becomes the dramatic backbone of the whole season.
The tension must have been unreal. So what was the final verdict? Did she go down for it?
The verdict is not guilty.
Not guilty, seriously. After confirming she did it, and Austin saw, how did that happen? The sources must explain this.
Oh, they do. And this is where it gets really messy, morally speaking. According to the sources, her acquittal wasn't really about the evidence or a strong legal defense. It came down to some really desperate last-minute scheming by Ginny and Austin.
Wait, the kids. Her kids got her off. How?
Well, Ginny kind of masterminded it. She basically manipulated Austin, really pressured him into perjury, lying on the stand. He tells the jury that his biological dad, Gil Timmons, was the one responsible for Tom's death.
Oh my God. Making her little brother lie like that in court to protect their mom? That's heavy. That's gotta have fallout.
Huge fallout. And Ginny wasn't done. She also uses some subtle blackmail against Cynthia
How?
by hinting she knows about Cynthia's affair with Joe,
Hmm.
which gives Cynthia a really good reason not to testify against Georgia, right? Maybe even say something positive or just keep quiet about anything Georgia might have let slip. So the immediate result, legally, is Georgia's found not guilty. She walks free, for now, for this murder. But it's entirely because of what her kids did. And the sources really stress this point. The creators seem way more interested in the emotional truth here. The court verdict is just one piece. It's the moral weight, the emotional consequences of what Ginny and Austin did, and what Georgia's actions led to that keep echoing through the family.
Right, yeah. It's like the price of that freedom. Okay, so that's the trial. Huge. But what else was going on in season 3? What other big storylines did the sources highlight?
Well, Ginny Marcus, their relationship is still very central. Sources say season 3 goes deeper into Marcus's mental health struggles. And Ginny, she's still figuring things out, especially her biracial identity. Antonia Gentry's performance gets a lot of praise in the sources for that portrayal, by the way.
Good, yeah. And then there's that other bombshell reveal. Georgia's pregnant with baby number 3.
Yeah, huge surprise. And it immediately sets up a new mystery, the sources mention. Who's the father? Is it Paul, her husband, or Joe, the restaurant owner?
Oh, man. What do the sources say?
They quote Brianne Howie, who plays Georgia, just teasing that it's complicated. So no easy answer yet.
Of course not. It's Georgia.
And we definitely need to talk about Austin witnessing the murder, then being pushed into lying in court. That's a massive burden for a kid. Sources indicate his character is headed for some, quote, heavy situations because of all that trauma.
Makes sense. Poor kid. Any new faces or relationship shifts mentioned?
Yeah, sources mentioned a character named Wolf, played by Ty Doran in Ginny's poetry class. Hints of maybe some new romantic potential there. And, you know, the core friends, Amang, Max, and Abby specifically get mentioned. They're still navigating their own intense, tangled storylines.
Okay, so a lot happened. Now, looking forward, fans must be dying to know about season 4. What's the latest?
Good news on that front. It's absolutely confirmed. Season 4 is happening. They actually got a 2-season renewal back in May 2023, which was great news for everyone.
Nice. Okay, and timelines. Our sources had some updates as of June 8th, 2025. What did they say?
Right, so no official release date just yet.
Okay.
But the writer's room apparently got started back in February 2025.
So they're working on it. Any word on filming?
Filming is expected to start later this year, so sometime in 2025.
Okay, later this year. So if we look at how long these things usually take, based on past seasons mentioned in the sources, what's a realistic guess for when we might actually see season 4?
Yeah, based on typical production schedules for a show like this, post-filming, you're probably looking at late 2026, maybe even early 2027. Still a bit of a wait, unfortunately.
Okay, late 2026, early 2027. Something to look forward to.
Definitely. And we actually have some really juicy hints about what season 4 will tackle. The creators themselves gave an official theme.
Oh, what is it?
The theme is cycles and origins.
Cycles and origins. Okay, that sounds very fitting for Georgia, doesn't it? Trying to escape her past, but maybe repeating it. What do the sources suggest that means plot-wise?
It strongly points towards season 4 digging much deeper into Georgia's own backstory. Her family, where she came from, those generational patterns she's either desperate to break or maybe unknowingly continuing with Ginny and Austin.
Right, makes sense. Are there specific plot points teased for season 4 that tie into that or follow up from season 3?
Absolutely. First off, that baby daddy question, sources say that will be addressed. We'll find out who the father is.
Okay, good. Need that resolved.
And predictably, there's going to be major fallout for Ginny and Austin. How they deal with the aftermath of the trial, the lies, the guilt, the moral weight of it all, that's going to be a huge focus in season 4, according to the sources.
And what about Ginny herself? Any changes coming for her?
Yeah, this is interesting. Sources tease this transformation for Ginny after she spends the summer with her dad, Zion. She's described as fully turning into Georgia.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, becoming cultured, badass, and ready to protect her family. And this is key with her own twist. So maybe adopting Georgia's survival skills, but using them differently.
Ginny turning into Georgia. Wow, that's a lot to unpack there.
It really is, and maybe the most surprising development teased for Georgia herself. The sources say she's actually going to start therapy in season 4.
Georgia in therapy. That feels monumental for her character. She always relies on her own schemes.
Exactly. It's a huge shift from her usual MO of just using wit and secrets to survive.
And we can't forget those threats that popped up right at the end of season 3, right? That call from her dad in prison.
Right. Warning her that if he could find her, anyone could.
Yeah.
And then seeing her mom and stepfather just driving by her house in Wellsbury.
Yeah, that felt ominous. Seems like her origins are literally showing up on her doorstep.
Definitely seems that way. And the good news, sources confirm all the main cast members we've talked about are expected back, ready to bring all this complexity to life as these cycles and origins play out.
Okay, so wow, we've covered a ton in this deep dive, pulling straight from all those sources. From that season 2 cliffhanger, through the whole intense season 3 trial, that complicated not guilty verdict, and how it happened, plus Ginny's big changes, Austin's trauma, the pregnancy, and now looking ahead to season 4 with this cycles and origins theme.
Yeah, we've really boiled down the key insights from the sources. That legal win versus the emotional cost, Ginny becoming more like her mom, Georgia possibly seeking actual help, and these past threats looming larger.
And the idea is that this gives you a solid, quick grasp of what went down in season 3 and what's likely coming in season 4, all based on the info out there, without you having to wade through everything yourself.
Exactly. And maybe it leaves us with something interesting to think about, building on that point the sources make about emotional truth versus legal wins.
Mm-hmm.
If Georgia's acquittal was bought with lies and manipulation by her kids, and the showrunners are focusing on that emotional truth,
Yeah.
what does that say about justice in Wellsbury? Is it just about the courtroom outcome?
Yeah.
And how might the weight of that emotional truth, the damage to Ginny and Austin, the pressure on Georgia, actually explode in season 4, especially as those cycles from her past start catching up?
Yeah.
It's a lot to consider.
Wayfair's Labor Day clearance is here. Right now, score up to 70% off everything home, plus fast shipping on everything right to your door. Shop now through September 2nd at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.